week 1 of 75, what am I calling it? Softish, medium-ish challenge. Welcome, my name is Patrice, The.Patrice.Denise. I'm over here living a healthy, sustainable life, one day at a time, one step at a time. And I need to get back into routine, structure, and what better way to do it than with the 75 softish, medium-ish. And I keep saying ish because it falls somewhere in the middle of all of that. It's not the 75 hard challenge, which you know is a little stringent per se, in that if you mess up, you gotta start over. I wouldn't say mess up, but if you don't do something in it, you gotta start over. But nonetheless, that is a good way of getting discipline. That's a great way of being disciplined because you'll continue to go through. But for me right now, I'm doing the 75 softish, medium-ish. If you haven't already, join me in doing this. But I'm about to head off to the gym with my daughter. We're gonna go to the gym this morning. And I did already read Fervent, the first chapter in this by Priscilla Shirer. A woman's battle plan for serious, specific, and strategic prayer. This means war. You know if you know. So this is the first chapter. I did do that. Got that done. So about to do my 45-minute workout or more. Probably more. We'll see. I know at least 30 minutes. We'll see. We'll see what I do when I get to the gym. But then we'll come back. Probably for breakfast, I'll probably do a smoothie. Maybe, you know what, I could do, we'll see what I feel like, because I could do protein waffles and some eggs, but we'll see. Welcome to week 1. Excuse me. But I have not eaten breakfast yet. I'm probably just going to make a smoothie. It is 11:02. I'm gonna go make a protein smoothie. I have not eaten anything yet. And that is my issue, is I go get my cardio, my strength training, my workout out the way early in the morning, even before starting the 75 soft or 75 day challenge. I'm just gonna call it a 75 day challenge because it's a mix between soft, medium, hard. I take bits and pieces from everything. This is what I'm doing for this challenge. But I got in from the gym. In my mind, I was gonna go take a shower and then make my smoothie. But I sat here at my desk and started work. Show you that real quick. I started work. And now it is 2 hours later and I haven't eaten and I haven't taken a shower. So I'm going to go take my shower, and I'm looking around my office like I want to clean up. I got things everywhere. I'll show y'all a glimpse. But I got stuff up here, got stuff down there on the floor because I don't have enough room here on my desk for it. That's y'all. But yeah, so that's why I'm using this challenge, this time, the 75 days, to really dive deep into just getting myself back together. It's more than a fitness plan, a diet plan. It's about balance and structure. It's about getting back to yourself. It's about honing in on the different areas of your life that you need to hone in on. If you saw my video where I introduced me doing the 75-day challenge, I did talk about where I am going to also incorporate finances in this 75-day challenge, to just make sure we as a family are doing better with our finances. My girlfriends with the accountability, and that's another thing, is having great accountability partners, and they were going back and forth texting. Y'all can't see that, but yeah. Let's see, you're talking about breakfast, so how we have the struggles with breakfast. Some of us same, some of us is lunch. That's another thing. They're talking about the scheduling and blocking times out and having a planner. Yes, this whole 75 days is about me getting back to structure, routine, just after coming off of a trip, just after being in the summertime, just after being in maintenance for such a while, if you were new to this channel, then I am on the medication Mounjaro, and I did document that. I've kind of gotten away from documenting like day by day, week by week on Mounjaro because I'm in the maintenance phase of it now. Information on videos on that, you can go back to that to get a background on that. But yeah, it's more than just the weight. It's more than just the physical. It's the things that will keep us, the routine and the structure and the lifestyle that will keep us where we want to be at with our health and our weight. That's what this 75 days is more to me about. All right, I can talk all day, and I'm not going to talk all day because I need to get this stuff off this floor, and I need to go wash and then do my shake, and we'll chat more probably at lunch. But yeah, all right, it's almost lunchtime. Smoothie has vanilla protein powder, spinach, Greek yogurt, mixed frozen fruits, and water.
Physically, I'm getting tired. Basically, I mostly do these things anyway. I work out most days of the week, and I probably like 5 to 6 days a week. I go for a walk probably 5 days a week at least. But having the option to not go, I didn't realize what a luxury that is to have that 1 or 2 days off. I didn't realize what a luxury it is to have the option to not work out 1 day a week.
All right, don't mind the color of the lettuce. I needed to use this today, so I'm using it. But 2 boiled eggs and some Caesar salad for lunch. Excuse the noise. I did forget to tell you that I drank an energy drink. Let me show you which one. I drank that earlier today. Let me show you which one. It is this right here. My cabinet. I drank the Amino Lean energy drink. I drank that earlier while I was working. Now I am about to fill up my second tumbler full of water. About to fill it up. So this is 40 ounces. So I will have, when I finish this one, it'll be 80. Currently I weigh 170. If you saw that video, I'm sticking with that weight until I decide to weigh myself again. I don't know when that will be, because I really don't weigh myself on a weekly basis or a daily basis right now. I just, maybe I'll do like middle of the challenge. I don't know, but I'll see what my weight is. I am doing my waist circumference. Did I talk about that? I am going to be measuring my waist circumference more often than my weight, because that's one metric that I really want to get down, and to 32 inches. When I measured myself the other day, yesterday, I was at between 35, 36 inches. So I want to get down to 32 inches by the end of this 75 days. So we'll see how this goes. But what was I saying with this? I forgot. But yes, I am I'm not sure. Ounces of water. So I will keep with at least 2 of these, and then I'll try to drink 2.5 of these. That way I know I will drink at least half of my body weight, because it'll be 80 and 20, which will be 40 and 20, which will be 100. So that's what we'll do, and maybe I'll do the whole 3. I don't know, but at least 2.5 to get to 100. Yep. Here's dinner. So some more of the salad from earlier. It's a Caesar salad, a packaged Caesar salad. We had to get rid of them because we had about, I think, one more bag left in there. We got to get rid of them, but before they go bad. And then this is a pasta that I made yesterday. Just a side of that, and corn. This is a fresh shucked corn that I got from, my mom gave them to us. So I cleaned them and boiled them just now. So this is dinner, along with some kombucha. I get these from Aldi's. So this is dinner. Oh, and I filled up this last tumbler. Well, this tumbler I filled it up again for the third time. So getting my water in. Good morning. I said to myself that I wasn't really going to talk today. I was just going to show you what I do because I just wasn't feeling up to it or feeling like talking. You know, sometimes you get in that little mood when you just don't feel like it. So, but I wanted to be transparent on the 75-day journey where I'm learning about myself more and just going deeper into who I am and why I do things the way I do things and so forth. But I it's probably because I'm asleep. That's why I'm tired, because I wasn't say I was up all night, but I was up late last night just doing things. And the funny thing is that I have a part-time job, and they actually told me that I didn't have to come in last night because they were slow. So I had an evening to myself, and I still found things to do, and that's part of the thing. Me always seeming like I have to do something or be busy, and I am trying to embrace rest and trying to understand that rest is productivity. My girlfriend, she tells us that all the time, and I try to embrace it, but just learning to embrace it more and more is what I'm working on. But also, I wanted to show you guys, I don't think I showed you already, but I'm keeping track of my progress here on this tracker here. I made this tracker and I created a book to go with it. I introduced this book in the video that I did when I told you everything that I'm going to be doing for 75 Softish Hardest Challenge, and it's going in line with this theme that I am creating called Faithfully Well, and more to come on that in the future. But for right now, just know that under the umbrella of the Patrice.Denise is a component called Faithfully Well, and we're going to talk about that more and more as we go on. But it's just a space where we will continue to fuel consistency through faith. That's one thing that I am walking into, is true faith, and how that will continue to help me through this life journey. But so back to this. I am tracking my components of the 75. Did I say soft-ish, medium-ish? But I'm leaning towards the medium-ish, calling it the medium-ish challenge, the medium challenge. That's why I feel like I am at when in the different criteria of 75 hard, medium, soft. I believe that I'm falling into the medium because this is what I'm doing. If you haven't already saw that, this is what I'm doing every week. I am adding on measuring my waist circumference I want to get that down to under 32, and not under 32, but 30, around 32, and losing 10 pounds because I'm at 170. But also in this book, I have this right here. It's a scripture, a devotion, a reflection, and an affirmation based on that scripture. And so this week's topic is about surrendering and letting go of control. And that is a big one for me, just letting go of trying to have the steering wheel and letting God have the steering wheel, and embracing the fact that He has it all under control. God has it all under control. So yesterday's theme was about just giving it all to Him, and then today's theme, I'm not going to give y'all every day, give y'all a theme. Definitely connect with me, and we'll talk about how to get the hard copy of this. But the devotional part, there is a free copy of the actual trackers and the weekly reflection pages. There's a free copy of that. You can get that link down below. But the actual reflections and the scriptures and the devotional piece, we can connect and we can talk about how you can get that. But day 2 was let go of control. let go of control. And that tied into what I was saying earlier. Even in me having last night like a kind of break from my part-time job, a break where I could have just kind of sat back, I filled that space with doing something. But this devotion says, even in movement, your workouts, your routines, your plans, God invites you to rest in his sovereignty. Today, be still in your spirit, let go of control, and lean into divine trust. And what the reflection is, where are you holding on too tightly? And for me, that is trying to fix things, trying to make sure everything is okay. I said trying to make it all right. And not just for myself, but for everybody else. And so that's where I am trying to let go and not be holding on so tightly too. Because I can't fix everything. I can't fix everything for everybody else. And the person who is there to fix everything, and the person who is in control is God. So I need to surrender to him. So working on that continually as well. But yes, that's my faith check-in for today, is understanding that I need to give it to him, continue to give it to him. And I'm not the driver in this car. I am he's actually taking the wheel, and I need to let him take the wheel. Stop trying to grab the wheel back. Two, I think this is ham. Yeah, ham sandwiches. This is the delightfully something Sara Lee bread, 45 calories per slice, 18 carbs for two, and so 1836 carbs for the bread. And then I also have some cottage cheese. And I'm still on my first tumbler full of water, so I got a ways to go with the water. And I forgot to tell you what I had for breakfast. I don't think I told you, but I had a smoothie, a vanilla smoothie, and it had pineapples in it this time, spinach. Did I tell you? I don't remember, but spinach, Greek yogurt. I don't think I told you, but I know I knew what it was because I wrote it on here. So that's what I had for breakfast. I'm using this little pad thing here. In my previous video when I talked about starting the 75 soft challenge, I know I need to kind of look at what I'm eating a little closer, but I don't want to track because I just feel bondage when I start tracking, just to be honest. Like for instance, this morning. Okay, I said I wasn't going to talk long, but that's this morning. I was going to, in my head, when I was in the shower after I got off from the walk this morning, I was like, go ahead and get on the scale. But I was like, girl, it's been 1 day, 2 days. Why do you need to get on the scale? Why? Nothing really has changed. And what are you going to... It's not enough time to assess anything, really, in the grand scheme of things for, how the 75 days will go. So I was talking myself out of getting on a scale because I know that when I, get into a mode where the scale and the measurements and the metrics, they kind of overtake and they kind of drive the direction I'm going in. I don't want that. So I'm just going to write my meals on here. I was doing the same thing with measuring my waist circumference, because that's another thing I want to look at throughout this journey, is my waist circumference and, how I want it to go down. I was thinking about doing my waist circumference. I was like, girl, stop. So I'm going to write down this that I found, because it has a space for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think I got this from Target. Yeah, because it says $1. I got this from Target like a couple years ago, and never used it. And but it says meal planner, but I'm just using it to track my foods. So yep, I had a vanilla protein shake with it had spinach, pineapple, Greek yogurt, and then I had some oxy greens too that I drank. Dinner. I made some broccoli salad. Yum, yum, yum. And this is pot roast. Yeah. So this is dinner. And my last tumbler full of water right there. And that's going to be it for the night. This is 30? Okay. I did 30 seconds.
So, but I would say
breakfast because I gotta run to my eye appointment. One thing that I know, but it's coming to the forefront a lot is that on this challenge, it requires planning. It requires dedicating time to yourself because even when we're on these, I would say right now we're on the 7 day challenge, the 7 day, 75 day challenge, but even just in general, when you're doing better for yourself, health and wellness wise, just in general, life is not going to stop. So I keep looking over here because I have this little thingy here. I showed y'all this yesterday. Oops, it flew all the way over there. But I showed y'all this yesterday. This is something I have. I'm doing my meals. I need to write what I'm having for lunch in here. So I got cottage cheese. I got another sandwich. And I got some more broccoli salad. But I need to write that on here. But yes, I'm using this. But it looks like I got it at the same time I got this. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm using this because I have my planner, but I need a space where I can check other things off besides the 75 challenge things. Because, yeah, maybe I could have rolled those things on the side. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I could have just rolled those things on the side of my other tracker. If I need to see it day by day, and then I can see if I didn't finish it. I don't know. I'm trying to incorporate all kind of things. It's just requiring planning, and that's where, and just organizing myself, and I'm trying to get another groove here. Maybe I could just put it. The problem is this: that my planner, and I'll show you a page I haven't gotten to in it, but my planner, it goes down. It has time blocks. I want to get back into doing time blocks, but this particular planner stops at 7 p.m. And my day does not stop at 7 p.m. by any means. That's my day usually just getting started by 7 p.m. So, well, I could just put it up here. Yeah, okay, there we go. See, that's why we talk. I don't have to use this. I can just put it up here, the space up there, the different things I need to get done that's not related to 75 medium-ish challenge that we're on. I can put it on there because other things got to still get done. Life still goes on even when we're bettering ourselves. So I got other obligations in other areas that I still got to make sure I get those things accomplished as well. So yes, and then you saw I went to my annual eye exam appointment, and that's another thing. And I'm not gonna get on a soapbox with this, but or am I? But it just costs too much money to be in good health because I've used, and y'all saw this Fremo for my glasses. I've sent my prescription over to them, and they did give me these glasses, and I was so grateful for them. But I have used them where I bought some for my daughter as well. But today when I went, I was talking to my doctor, and I mentioned this in another vlog. I think it was the Father's Day vlog, where I was looking at the writing on one of the little gifts that I bought or I got for myself from Sephora, and the writing was real small, and so I had to take my glasses off to look at it. And I was telling her that, and she was like, you might need to get progressive lenses where because I need glasses more, not to necessarily see right here, but I need glasses for long distance. And I was noticing that this past weekend I was looking at a presentation that someone was doing. I put my glasses on to actually see the screen, but when it was time for me to read the information in front of me, I had to take the glasses off. So she said I needed progressive lenses, and when it was time to get the glasses, progressive lenses is very expensive. So yeah, to be taking care of yourself and to making sure you have these different things in place, it is expensive. And that is a big barrier for people, and I recognize that and I understand that, and I am so thankful for me having a, I think it's HSA or it's FSA, I don't know the difference, but I'm thankful for that, the card where I'm pulling out money from my paycheck every week to cover that. My employer does pour into that as well. But yes, it's expensive, and that's, yeah, not trying to get on soapbox, but expensive. So I'm getting progressive lenses. I'll show you those glasses when they come in 2 weeks. So make sure you're around. So hit the subscribe button so you can join this community, and you'll know when I upload that video. And I'll show my new little glasses. But they were cute. They were cute. All right. So yeah. All right. Life still goes on even when you're trying to better yourself. So you just got to be cognizant of that. That you have other obligations even when you're pouring into yourself. But you have to take the time to pour into yourself and make sure you dedicate time throughout the day to make sure you get those things done that you need to get done for you. Because if you are not careful, by the time you look, the day will be gone and you really haven't done anything for yourself. And that's where we get into those ruts and those bad habits. And yeah, so I might eat this for a snack. Here's the nutrition facts on it. And I was going to eat this. This is what I've been having, like, for a little snack. But I remember that I bought these two. And these are the little snack packs. I'm trying to, like, make sure I get in a well-balanced diet. So, like, some nuts and some grains and things like that. So that's why I had the sandwich yesterday and today. So just trying to do a well-balanced diet. Nothing, cutting nothing out. Just trying to make it all well-balanced. So I'm going to try this. Does this one have walnuts? Yeah, this has walnuts. I'm not a big fan. Well, I didn't even realize this had pumpkin seeds. But I'm not a big fan of nuts. So, but I needed to make sure I get some in my diet. I have avocado all week, and I usually have avocado in my little sweet potato bowls that I make, but I haven't had that all week. So this it is for a snack. Homemade chipotle bowl.
I made it, guys.
Romaine lettuce, cilantro, rice is under there, salsa, cheese, and the chicken. Right.
Let me see how they look. What are you making eggs with it?
I think this is day 5. Day 5 of the 75 challenge. My legs hurt. I'm tired. My legs hurt from leg day the other day. This is today's Friday, so that had to have been Wednesday. So we really got a workout in that day. But my legs hurt. And now I'm about to get out and go into the gym. And my girlfriend is going to do something with us today. And so I'm gonna be hurting again. But let's go. we are back, freshened up from the gym and doing our walk. So I went ahead. What I'm doing is I am doing 45-minute walks slash runs on top of the days when I do my strength training. I just want to continue to keep that going, that cardio going. And I was doing 30 minutes prior to starting the 75 soft, because if you remember, if you were here before in June, I was doing 30 minutes a day of cardio. And so I'm already kind of used to that. So I just wanted just to continue that on. And now I'm stretching out to 45 minutes. So I did that. If you saw, I don't know if you saw or paid close attention to it. I don't know if I like kind of honed you in to see that, but this is unedited Patrice talking. So if you saw where I kind of showed you to pay attention to that part, I don't know what I'm gonna do to hone into that. But anyways, my girlfriend, we go to the gym together. So I do my strength training with my two girlfriends, and one girlfriend, she's good at the exercises or formulating the exercise plan for us. So she saw me. I was tired this morning. I think I'm good now because I got a little bit of pre-workout in me, and it's the residual from that, from when I did my cardio. I took some right before I did my cardio. But one, my menstrual period came on yesterday, so the symptoms of that. And then two, my legs hurt. My legs still hurt from that workout. Great workout, but my legs, I feel it. So that's good because I know that muscle needs to continue to be moved and continue to be poured into. But what am I going at with this? So my girlfriend, she formulates it and whatnot, and the workout plan. So she saw me doing, what was I doing? The incline chest press. She saw me doing that, and she was all the way across the gym. She was like, right, she wasn't right there by me. She was across the gym, and she was like, I know you just still don't have those fives. Because I had the fives when I was doing the honor press. Is that what it's called? The honor press? Yeah. Okay. So I had the fives when I was doing that. And she saw me still having the fives when I was doing the chest press. And she was like, So I went ahead and I switched and I got the 15. Because I knew when I did that first set of the incline chest press, I knew it felt easy. And it's good to have someone pushing you and leading you and cheering you on, but also still trying to help you to get to do better and push forward. And they know you have the potential, and they see the potential in you, and they continue to push you. So grateful for her for that. After that, we did do the what is it called, the captain's chair. And again, we were myself and my other girlfriend, we were able to help cheer on the other girlfriend doing that, because we're working on core. So we did that. We did some plank shoulder taps. We did that. So great workout overall. Yesterday I don't even think I talked to y'all. If I did, it was just for a short hot second yesterday. Yeah, I don't think I talked to you yesterday, but yesterday, probably, I don't know what it was, but what I do know is what fixed it. Let me tell you. So my mood was all over the place yesterday. I was happy, I was sad, I was aggravated, I was angry, I was anxious, I was worried, I was joyful. I was all kind of different emotions yesterday. And one, probably because of hormones. Two, because I needed to get into my word and talking with God, and just all the mix of it. But I was reading. Sorry for my deodorant. My deodorant is showing. At least y'all know I got on deodorant. I put it all in there. But I was reading Fervent. This was chapter 2 on yesterday. Yes, because on, what is today? Today is day, no, what, okay, so what chapter was this? This was chapter, okay, so what's the third? It was a third kind of thing. So it gives us different strategies in here. So I was on strategy 1 on yesterday, and I read all about that. Your passion, getting it back when it's gone. And God always knows what you need when you need it. And so I needed to hear that, because I am embarking and pouring into and trying to move forward with a passion of mine, which is health and wellness, and just The enemy knows when you're about to do something good for yourself and for others, and he tries to creep in. And she was just explaining how he does it. And she's spot on. She's spot on. And so when you know what to look for now, like if you're in a battle, and the say for instance the army is in a battle, and they strategize, and they look at the component. Even in basketball games, like basketball games, sport games, and things like that, you look at the other team and you kind of like look at what they're good at, and you strategize to win against them. This is already in strategy. In this, the first strategy is helping me to see. Oh, that's how you tried to get me. That's how you tried to get me. And so now I can block that. I can block that. I can overcome that. I can already know that, oh, nope, that's just your little trick, your little thing that you're trying to do. So I recognized that on yesterday, what the enemy was trying to do, and I was able to get through that, get past that, and overcome that. And one thing that she does in this book is she seems to, after every strategy, she has you do a prayer attached to that. And let me tell you, after I wrote that prayer into my prayer journal, because she wants you to write down your prayers, and I've been doing that in my prayer journal, but after I really focused and wrote down in here the prayer around my passion, all that I was feeling, that's when that joy came back. That's when that love and that feeling of just well-being, that feeling of peace came back. And so just that time. So this 75-day challenge is really helping me to continue to pull out my feelings, my emotions, my thoughts, and just continue to build on me. But I'm sorry, I'm already talking long, but one more thing to tell you, one more thing. So, I continue to write in here. So I didn't show you all my food on yesterday, but I continue to write in here, on here, what I'm eating. So on yesterday, I didn't finish writing it because I got in the bed. But yesterday for breakfast, you saw I had the 2 protein waffles, 2 fried eggs. I had a ham sandwich, same sandwich I had the other days. For lunch with the broccoli salad, I have one more serving of broccoli salad today, and I think I have a couple pieces of bread left. So probably gonna do the same thing for lunch today. No, I'm not, because I already got sweet potatoes boiling. So my sweet potato bowl is coming back. If you're new here, you will know that. If you're not new, you know, but if you're new here, you will know I like my sweet potato bowl. So that's coming back, and I already have the ground turkey thawing out. So that's what I'm doing for lunch. So the broccoli salad, I might do that like later on for dinner. We eat that last serving of it. But last night for dinner, we had my husband made hamburger patties. And what I did with mine is I cut it up, and I had like a salad. So I had romaine lettuce, salsa, cottage cheese, and half of an avocado. And I kind of tried to make a little sweet potato bowl because I put hot sauce and honey as my dressing. So that's what I did for that. And I'm not going to bore you much longer because this is a long clip already. I'm looking at it but protein shake, I had that for kind of like a snack, and I did have a fiber one granola bar. I don't know if I've ever showed that in this video yet, but I had a fiber one granola bar. I had a cottage cheese single and a popcorner bag, and I showed you the popcorners bag earlier in the week. So yes, so right now for breakfast I have a protein shake, and you've seen this one already before. Same one, vanilla protein smoothie with the pineapple, Greek yogurt, spinach. So this is breakfast. Y'all know how I feel about this meal here. I did add some crispy onions to it to give it some more ump, but it doesn't even need any more because I love it. So I got a 1/4 of an avocado right there on the side. That's the crispy onions, sweet potato, and that is 1 boiled sweet potato. The mixture that I just showed you guys, which is the turkey, the ground turkey and spinach, and I just seasoned with garlic powder, onion powder, and minced onions. And then the cottage cheese. On top you see the hot sauce and drizzled with honey. Oh my gosh, I love it, I love it.
That's good. Kidney damage, vision you can't see, you start being unable to see. If they going fast like this and going fast like that, you're gonna have a stroke.
I'm doing it right now.
All right, week 1 of 75 soft is in the books. How did it go? Well, let me first recap the last 2 days and as it relates to 75 soft. So, or softish, medium-ish. Y'all know I'm in the middle of it all. I kind of mixed up what I'm doing. Bits of 75 soft, bits of 75 medium. And yeah, so what was I going? Oh, right. So Saturday, I went to a health workshop at our church. I'm part of the health ministry at our church. I have on this mic too. So I have on this mic because I'm doing something for church. So that's part of me organizing my time and everything. So I'm using this time while something's downloading to recap 75 soft for y'all. So that's why I got on the mic. But nonetheless, so 75. Okay, so the health workshop was on household foods that can help your health, and I had the opportunity to speak on foods that you should look or intake pertaining to cholesterol, and foods that you should limit or avoid pertaining to cholesterol. That's the clip that you saw early on Saturday, and then Saturday evening or afternoonish, evening-ish time, I went to a birthday party for my girlfriend's 1-year-old daughter. Had a great time there. I did partake in the food that was there and don't feel any way guilty about it. Today, Sunday, I went to church first of all, and then I went to work right after church, and then after that, that's where you saw the kombucha. So I did drink my second kombucha, and I need to go grocery shopping and get some more kombucha and get some more items. We'll worry about that tomorrow in the next vlog. But I was able to get off work early and go to LJ. LJ's my son, his basketball team's end of the year party. And so we spent the rest of the evening there. I didn't get any clips there, but that's where I was. I did have for lunch today my sweet potato bowl again, so same as the other day. And then today I had 2 slices of, they're small slices, but 2 slices of pizza from Domino's. You know how when they try to cut it extra small or extra pieces so that you can maximize what a child should get or how many pieces you have at a party. So yeah, so I got, just think about that. So I got 2 pieces of that today. So yeah, I drank all my water. I did my faith check-in. I read my book. So all in all, this week was great. So this tracker here that I use in my Faithfully Well 75-day challenge book, this is now available on Amazon. So I found a way to put it on Amazon. It's now available on Amazon, and I will put the link in the description down below. So if you're interested in it, it's going to have the tracker. It's going to have the daily faith check-ins, which will have a scripture, a short devotion, a reflection question, and a faith-based affirmation. So definitely check it out. And then you'll have a weekly reflection. And I want to use this time to look at the weekly reflection with you on how my week went. So what did I do well this week? Well, I exercised daily except for today, where today was my rest day. My in the 75 softish medium-ish, you can have 1 day of rest. So today was my rest day. I drink my water every day, and that's at least half of my body weight in ounces. I ate balanced meals. Yes, I did have the desserts on yesterday, and I did have the pizza today, but that's okay. Overall, I had balanced meals throughout the week. When I felt overwhelmed during the week, I was able to make a checklist, and that checklist has helped me. Even now, I'm already looking into next week as to what I would need to do for myself, for my family, for church, for work and everything. So if I have these checklists, it helps me to organize and prioritize my time. So do that. That went well. And then what challenged me the most was getting overwhelmed with tasks. And like I said, from that, I was able to make a checklist, and that helped me to organize myself and to see things better, and not to and know that I can do things one at a time. And it just helped me to not feel as much overwhelmed when I did that checklist and when I was able to see the whole picture. So I find that for me, when things, even in my house, like when I see things all over the place and in my head, things are all over the place, I just feel overwhelmed and I get like agitated. And so by putting it down on paper and seeing everything that I needed to get done, I was able to really say, okay, it's not as bad as as I'm putting it in my head when I put it on paper, and then I can able to check it off and I feel better. So that's what challenged me the most, but I was able to put something in place to help me get through it. And how did I care for my mind, body, and spirit? Through reflections. So I started listening to Bible plans again this week. One I am doing, one is on Romans. And so that's helping me as I read the book of Romans. I'm reading the book Fervent. Y'all saw that? This is great. Get this book if you are interested in praying for specific things that the enemy tries to use to steal your joy, to deter you, to come in between you and what your purpose is. Get this book. Really good. Really good. Yep, already halfway through. Yes. So, and then with this book, I've been writing down my prayers, and that has really helped me as well. And then I allowed myself a rest day without feeling guilty. So today I was going back and forth. Should I get on the treadmill? Should I get on the treadmill? But I said, nope, today is a rest day. And if you get this devotion, that is actually, it just was right on time. That was the scripture for today. So it says that rest is holy, today's topic. And it goes in to say rest is not laziness, it's worship. It acknowledges that God sustains you, not your effort. That God sustains you, not your effort. And so it goes on to talk about how you're not falling behind if you rest. You're honoring the design of your creator. And the reflection was, how can you make rest a part of your rhythm this week? So, yes, that was great. What has God revealed to me through this journey this week? Basically, that giving him control and surrendering to him is the first step in this journey. And this should be my first step every day. Me praying and me telling him and me asking him to lead the way every day. Giving him that control. Because I'm the type of person that I want to know the whys and the hows and the what ifs and the whatnots. But faith is all about believing even when you don't know what's ahead. So as I'm working on, that's why that title, Faithfully Well, is so important to me, because I have to have the faith. I have to believe, and I have to allow him to control. So God is continuing to reveal to me that he is he's the ultimate control of it all. He has control of it all. And I just need to surrender to him on a daily basis, and he will see me through. And then what affirmation or scripture encouraged me this week? That was one scripture came from Fervent, and it's Jeremiah 29:12-13. And it says, call upon me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you search for me with all your heart. And that just touched me this week. And then what's one intention for the week ahead? Is to make time for family. So I want to make some family time. So look for that in the next vlog. Let's just look at, drum roll, the side by side of my weekly progress picture, because that's part of 75 Soft. So of course it's not going to be a big difference. It's only 1 week, but I can really see the difference. And you're going to see here in a second when I do my measurement for my waist circumference, because that's another metric that I'm looking at, that my waist circumference is actually getting smaller. So let's just take a look at my waist circumference. And here it is. So the one with the black and the army pants is the one today. And so when I measured it, it was at 34 inches. And when I measured my waist circumference last week, it was at in between 35 and 36. And so I said, let me look at it again. Let me pull it down a little bit to for the one today. And so I would say it's in between 34 and 35. So that's good. So that like an inch. So I probably was bloated more so last week, not to discredit myself, but I probably was bloated last week. My menstrual came on and into it. It's, well into it. And so that could be why my stomach was a little bit bloated last week. But I think I did put in the work. So that is week 1 of 75 soft. We're going to get on into week 2 of 75 soft. So join me for week 2. I think this week went great all in all. Yeah. How has your week gone? If you haven't if you have started the 75 soft, hard, medium challenge, the 75-day challenge, how has your week gone? I hope it's going great. Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys. I love you guys, and God bless.